Hello everyone. I'm so sorry once again that it's been such a goddamn long time, but it's just, I don't mean to be the least punctual YouTuber on YouTube. It's just that I have a life outside of this, and right now that life is hectic as fuck. I'm almost certainly moving out of state in the next couple months or so, next few months. At least that's the way it's looking, and that's what I'm truly hoping for. Besides that, my room flooded a few days ago, and I had to clean out all of the shit that I was storing under my bed. It all got totally wet, and it was really fucking gross, and it was stressing me out, and I ended up getting around to doing that, and that's done. So I have a bunch of shit cleaned out of my room, going to make that a little bit easier if I do end up moving, but yeah, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about some goddamn records, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's get started. All 5 of these records are absolutely amazing records. I absolutely adore all 5 of them, and for the most part you guys should all know what this is, but what these are. But if not, as you know, links in the description. Check out anything you've never heard of before, because it's all really good shit. First up here I got Burzum with a self-titled debut album. This is one of the best albums from the earlier days of Norwegian black metal. Definitely one of the most well-known and most influential, I'd say, along with the Mayhem debut. I would say that and this are probably the most iconic black metal albums to come out of Norway. This album was released in 1992 through Death Like Silence Productions. And like I said, I mean, you guys should all know what this is. There's not much I can say. I'm not going to talk much about this. It's just really great one-man black metal, and it's just, yeah, you guys, like I said, you guys should all know this. This is the Back on Black reissue that includes the Aske or Ash demo, or yeah, I believe it's a demo. But that was released in 1993 through Death Like Silence Productions. And again, I mean, there's not much I can say. This is early Norwegian black metal, being early Norwegian black metal. It's Burzum, and it's awesome. And of course, this album sort of sprung a string of 4 albums that were released in like a year, which, all things considered, is very impressive. This album, Through Philosophum, being released in the span of like a year and a couple months, if I'm not mistaken, which is impressive. All having all of those ideas come to you that quickly, and being able to pump out 4 albums that are totally iconic black metal albums nowadays. So that's very cool. Unfortunately, the Back on Black reissue of this is nowhere near as good as an original, but with albums like this, you gotta take what you can get. And of course, with like the Aske or Ash demo, the original of that came with like a little lighter with the same artwork, and that would have been fucking cool. But that's never gonna happen, so I'm not even really worried about it. So let me show you the artwork here. This is the artwork on the front. You guys all know what that looks like. Very cool. That's the back. Burzum, then Aske. I believe that's how you say it. And then you got the gatefold here. This little logo, and you got the or Ash cover behind the lyrics here, which is very cool. If for some reason you have never heard this, I would definitely recommend the song My Journey to the Stars. That's probably my favorite song on this thing. Both sides look the same. Both records look the same. It's a double LP. So yeah, no reason to show more than one side of that. Alright, from Norway we move to the United States for the best black metal that comes out of this country. And I mean that genuinely. I am obsessed with this project. This is Leviathan with Tentacles of Horror. This is Leviathan's peak. This is Leviathan's apex. This album is dark. This album is terrifying. This album is cavernous. This album is claustrophobic. This album is evil. This album is fucking perfect. Originally released in 2004 on Moribund Records. This is actually a Funeral Industries reissue of this album, which is fine by me because it's perfect. The packaging is great. Everything about this is awesome. It sounds awesome. I have no complaints about this. Rest, Jeff Whitehead of Leviathan never fails to impress the fucking shit out of me. It's amazing. This guy used to be a total machine at releasing material. You know, dating back to like 1998 with a load of demos. Leviathan altogether has 20 plus demos, and then that's not including all the splits with all sorts of bands, the full lengths, the compilations. Like I said, Rest at one point was a total fucking machine. That's slowed down a little bit now, but it doesn't matter. The material being put out now is just as high quality as it's ever been, and it's really, really great shit. But this is cream of the crop. I feel like Tentacles of Horror definitely continues on in the same sort of very similar path that the 10 sub-level of Suicide took. But on the 10 sub-level of Suicide, you feel the emotion that's being portrayed on that album is very, very destructive to Rest as a musician and as a person. Whereas on Tentacles of Horror, you get more of a feeling of sadism, more of a feeling of some type of sick enjoyment is coming from this very destructive time in Jeff Whitehead's personal life, which this album was written during a very self-destructive time in his life. You get a feeling as it's almost something a bit more sick and sadistic than you ever felt on the 10 sub-level of Suicide. And I think that is fucking awesome. That's one of the standout things about this album that just blows my mind every time. And it's just really fucking great. Another thing about Leviathan that just totally blows my mind, and one thing I think is really, really cool, is the song titles are always super creative and just great. On this album you have songs like Heir to the Noose of Ghoul and Cut with the Night, Into Mine Heart. You also have Deciphering Legend Within the Serpent's Briar, Vexed and Vomit Hexed, The History of Rape. Show you the artwork here. You got Rest on the front with the Leviathan logo. Yeah, there's the back here with Rest again. You got the song titles and all that good shit. Like I said, it's on Funeral Industries. Another awesome picture of Rest. The gatefold on this thing is really, really cool. I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be this way or this way. Probably this way. But it's just someone holding a cross over another person who may or may not be dead. I'm not exactly sure. And the vinyl themselves are very, very good looking too. This is on a sort of semi-translucent red vinyl. You just got a bloody torso on all sides of the record. Very, very, very nice stuff. I absolutely love this album. Like I said, Leviathan makes my favorite black metal to come out of the United States, and right now some of my favorite black metal in general. And being that this is Leviathan's very, very best album, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that this is my favorite black metal album to come out of the United States. It's that good. Check it out. If I recommend any song, I would definitely recommend Heir to the Noose of Ghoul. That song, though dark and evil, has a sense of melody to it, and the riffs are just explosive. You have to hear it. It's fucking awesome. Link in the description. Alright, from the United States, we move to Finland for this next record. I love this thing. This is Ancestors' Blood with Return of the Ancient Ones. Ancestors' Blood has been around for about 13 years at this point. They formed in 2002. And they play a very, very old school style of sort of pagan black metal. Vocally very, very reminiscent of early Burzum, which is definitely a standout characteristic of this album. Besides that, you got just these awesome keyboards, and it sounds like pagan black metal, and that's really, really great. This is actually the debut album from 2008. They only have 2 albums. I believe the second album is called something like A Moment of Clarity or something like that. I haven't actually listened to that one, but I know that this one is very, very good. As I say, vocally it's very reminiscent of early Burzum, and the sort of shrieky screams and the howls that's very prominent on this album right here, especially on the song Fatherland, which is easily my favorite track on this thing. link in the description. Very melodic riffing on this thing. These guys did not reinvent the wheel with this album. This album is not innovative. It's nothing you haven't heard before. It's basically them making good music using well-tested concepts, basically. This shit has been done 1,000 times before, but Ancestors' Blood does it very, very well. It does stand out to me amongst the crowd of all the other bands doing the same thing. But yeah, this is very, very good. So I'll show you the artwork here. This is a big bearded man on the front. You got the back here with the logo, which looks very nice, and all the song titles. It was released on Purity Through Fire. An inner sheet here with the lyrics. Got this on this side. This is numbered. I do have number 288 out of 300, which I think is very cool. I did not know this was numbered when I bought it, but that's always a nice surprise. And the vinyl itself, it's just black. Nothing too desperately exciting there, but yeah, still very nice. One thing I think is to be taken from this album is strength lies in simplicity. This album is not overly complicated. This album is not, like I said, it's not innovative. This is pagan black metal doing good pagan black metal. Yes, strength lies in simplicity. This is proof of that. Very, very, very good shit. Definitely check this out. You'll really, really enjoy it. All right, second to last here, we're moving to Portugal for this one. Very, very overlooked country when it comes to black metal. This is Black Solis with A Corpse, a Temple. Very, very, very raw Portuguese black metal here. This album was released in 2011. Originally released on Discipline Productions, if I'm not mistaken. But this is an Iron Bonehead reissue. This came out this year. And gorgeous, gorgeous packaging here. Black Solis rivals bands like Vlad Tepes, and I'm talking early Vlad Tepes in terms of rawness. But behind the rawness, you get these very, very simple but very memorable riffs that will stick in your head. Black Solis is another band like Ancestors' Blood where strength lies in simplicity. Though you hear a total wall of noise coming at you with this, it's very, very good at channeling a sort of feeling of grim, cold hatefulness behind this wall of noise, and it's not a subtle thing. It's very prominent. It's very obvious that this is what this is going for, and it does it very, very well. You can definitely tell with this that the vocals are not important to this band. The vocals to Black Solis seem to be something that basically is just there to add another layer of cold, hateful grimness, and that's the only way I know how to put it. Like I said here, I'll show you. Like I said here, very, very, very nice packaging. I'll show you the artwork. Very, very simple, as all Black Solis albums are. Just has a plain black cover with this guy on the front. There's the back there. Very, very nice logo. Pictures of the band members, song titles. Like I said, it's released on Iron Bonehead. Printed inner sheet here. I'm not sure if these are actually lyrics or if this is just sort of a passage to set the mood for the album, which I think it does very well because this is very, very eerie. The other side there, it's basically the album cover with the actual band logo and the album title on the bottom there. Great stuff. And the vinyl itself is very simple. Logo on that side and just song titles. Again, just black vinyl. Nothing interesting about that, but I really don't think this would fit on any other color other than black, so that's fine with me. If you're not totally into black metal, don't start with this, because this will not make you like black metal. This is not really something you sit down and digest more than once. I mean, this is very effective as background music, but if you really want to sit down and truly pay attention and truly dissect the music, this band is not something for that. This just creates a sort of grim atmosphere for whatever else you're doing, and but it does it very well. Last thing about this is numbered. I don't know why it comes on the actual plastic sleeve here, but I got number 117 out of 300. Which is fine with me. Again, I didn't know this was numbered, so that was a nice surprise. Yeah, Black Solis, A Corpse, a Temple. Check that out if you like super evil black metal. And the last record that I'm going to show in this video, moving back to Finland, this is Satanic Warmaster with Karelian Satanist Madness. I don't think there's much argument amongst the masses that this is the best Satanic Warmaster album. For me, this was the best era of Satanic Warmaster. The early stuff was very in-your-face, raw black metal. The newer stuff, you know, there's a lot more melody in the music, but with this era, it sort of finds a happy medium, and it's very, very awesome. This album was originally released in 2005 on No Colors Records, and this actually is a No Colors Records reissue of this album, which is very, very cool. This thing was originally recorded on a four analog track recorder, and you can definitely tell it's definitely raw, but black metal's supposed to be. So, you know, no reason to hold that against the album. It adds a sort of quaint charm to it, if you ask me. Yeah, but like I said, Satanic Warmaster, it definitely shows on this that they've matured in terms of songwriting on this, from, you know, moving on from the earlier stuff, like Strength and Honor and Opferflute or Opferblute or Opferblute. I don't know the fucking name of the album. I don't actually own that album, unfortunately. But this album is fucking awesome. Sort of flimsy cover here, but that's alright. I don't plan on bending it for any reason. So I'll show you the cover itself. Very grim picture there. I love the back. I love this picture of Werewolf. It's very cool. You got the song titles and stuff like that. Yeah, awesome stuff there. So you got the lyrics on this thing right here, a little lyric sheet, a very grim picture of a cemetery there, which is very, very nice. Again, black metal on black vinyl. I like how these are like side anger inside blood, or side hunger inside blood. I'm sorry, I can't read this goddamn font, which is actually nice that for once they didn't put that font on the goddamn lyric sheet, which I'm very happy about. If I recommend any track from this thing, it's definitely the title track. The chorus of that song is just, it gets me every time. It's one of those choruses where you just want to chant along very, very loudly to it, and it's just awesome. It's fucking so cool. Besides that, True Blackness is another really good song. 666, Eaten by Rats is awesome. Yeah, this is just a great, great album. One of Finland's best albums, in my opinion. I was actually very surprised to find this on Hell's Headbangers. Funny, I actually ordered this on Discogs, and a couple days later the guy was like, sorry, don't have it anymore. And I was like, well, shit, man. You know, I was excited because I've been looking for the album for quite a while, and I was excited to finally have it. And I was like, well, the search continues, I guess. And like 2 days later it was put up on Hell's Headbangers, so that was very cool. Very, very pleased to own that album. But I would definitely recommend checking that out if you have not. Like I said, links in the description for all the songs for that one. It'll definitely be Karelian Satanist Madness, the title track. You'll dig it. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. I'm probably going to record another video right after this, simply to, not have to wait weeks before I feel like I have time to record another video. So I'm going to do that, and hopefully I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. So until next time, stay tuned and take care.